regions. You know?
Yep.
It's like this is so totally different.
Right.
That maybe Brew's actually not good with these other heroes.
Yeah. Again, we see the Razors, the Rubiks, the Sand Kings prioritized. ET.
Grimstroke is available.
That was banned in the first game, first phase.
It was. So
that seems likely to get picked up.
I do imagine that these teams highly value Grimstroke. Because the thing is, all regions have practice with this Grimstroke hero because he was so strong when he was first added that it was free MMR. And every pro player cares about MMR. So we've all played against this hero, and they all understand it. So.
China pro players typically see probably a wider range of heroes in their pubs too because they're all RD rather than AP.
Which every time Grimstroke is in that pool, though, it's insta-pick.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But can you ban in that pool? I think that you can, right? I think you have like a ban or something because otherwise if there was like a Huskar with no counters, then you just get owned.
I can't remember. Initially, the original RD, there was no bans, but they maybe added some. Like
so
the same way they added bans to AP.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
PA was banned game 1. This was been a popular pick in the region too.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen PA in like every second Chinese DPL game or H Cup game leading up to this qualifiers. Super popular hero right now.
Pretty strong hero. I think with the new invisibility, like basically they changed her so that her damage is strictly higher, and due to her ultimate just being a lot better, and now she has this ridiculous invisibility ability. It's like something 25 seconds of invis on a when you max it out, 30-40 second cooldown. You also have the fact that she just gets raw attack speed for a certain amount of seconds when she does the jump. So like a bunch of straight buffs to this hero, and then Magnus is one of the most successful heroes on this patch too, like we can see on the Dota 2 Pro Tracker. One of the most picked heroes, 55% win rate on Magnus in high rated pro games. I think he was good before, and the hero got buffed. So
I'm a little concerned about Grimstroke Phoenix as a combination. Like it does feel like it might just get blown up by this PA here. Obviously, you do have like Supernova that's really strong and all, but if there is just like one big AoE stun or control, like heroes are just gone so quickly.
Yeah, PA also is excellent against Phoenix as a hero because you can jump to something else and use the attack speed. It doesn't go away. Use it on the egg and just blow up the egg. We saw that a lot in the SEA region. But I agree with you. It's like kind of similar to picking the Lich and the Grimstroke together. It's two kind of paper-thin supports that want to do relatively the same thing. Two like traditionally 4 heroes, but maybe we'll actually see a 3 Phoenix. I know China is like more fond of that than a lot of the other regions, more open to that. But at the very least, probably Grimstroke 5, and we'll see Phoenix in the offlane, whether or not it's like a core or a support. Just combo it with something that it'll do well against a PA.
I like the idea of getting a team fight draft with like an egg. If they get something else to protect the egg against this like PA Magnus type heroes. Void would have been great. I think Void Phoenix is a great way to play against a PA Magnus. They're not going to have the Void. They have to look somewhere else.
Ooh, the Mag Shadow Shaman lane. That's a really strong lane. You empower the Shadow Shaman, level 1 empower. The guy's hitting for 100. It's very hard to trade with this lane. The only unfortunate thing is like maybe not all that much kill potential. There is the Shadow Shaman Shackles, which of course is great, but Mag doesn't do an excessive amount of damage. He's more so like a slowly harasses you down with Shockwave hero, but they will contest every single last hit successfully.
Yeah.
Like they will. Thank you so much, Adrian.
Oh, what a guy.
You are such a god.
Coffee mugs have appeared out of nowhere.
Thank you.
Out of nowhere.
Oh,
big shout out to Adrian.
Shout out to Adrian. This guy's the best.
What a guy.
That's how we get through the night.
Because it's Tea Master. We have to have the tea.
What the hell?
Silencer versus, I mean, Phoenix, Shaker, Grimstroke, all heroes that want to cast spells and cast a lot of spells. It's a great Silencer game, even though Silencer is a hero we haven't seen a whole lot of.
But they have, I guess that they have lockdown with Shadow Shaman. I was kind of concerned about like a lack of lockdown. That's why I was worried about Silencer.
The Shaman lockdown is actually a pretty hard counter to Phoenix. These Phoenixes that just look to dive in to get an egg just seem to keep getting hexed and feeding.
Against the Silencer, of course, you can't you can't get out as Phoenix. Like if you ever go on the Phoenix, you just put the last word on the Phoenix. When he dives, he comes right back.
Yeah.
So that's what the unfortunate thing. Like the cancel of the spell is like a spell itself. And then, of course, you have the Global Silence, which is going to be very, very effective with the Earthshaker initiation, Phoenix initiation. Like, the way these heroes want to play a fight is, like, one of them goes in. If you press a global and, like, stop the other one from doing some sort of spell, like, you stop the combo. Like,
even Shaker, like, he wants to blink Echo and then follow up with Fissure, but you can typically global after the Echo. Yeah, someone takes a lot of damage, maybe even dies, but you're stopping the follow-up spells.
Yeah, a lot of the time you can even, like, start a fight yourself and then global anticipating that, okay, there's a Shaker here. Like, a lot of the times when this hero's off the map, you can't take fights because you don't know where he is and he could counter-initiate. But with the Silencer, there's absolutely no fear of that, and maybe we'll see him pick up some sort of Guardian Greaves or something like that. I know Magnus is a hero that likes to pick that up against the Silencer for similar reasons, and maybe Earthshaker will as well.
I mean, the issue here, though, also is now you pick a DK, and it is 3 heroes that are strength. Obviously, Phoenix isn't always, like, the most tanky in the world, but I don't know. I'm wondering if they might start running into damage issues a little bit. Do you guys worry about that at all, or no?
I mean, they've got some good magic damage coming out. I think Phoenix is very high magic damage.
I mean,
Shaker Grim.
Aster's.
Oh, Aster's lineup.
Yeah.
PA Mag, I think
fine.
you never...
So? Okay.
The DK is a good pick because it doesn't just melt to the PA because of the insanely high armor. But I think damage-wise, they should be fine. And their last pick is going to be a mid-hero that gives them more damage output. That's going to be their like Invoker-type hero, their Tinker, whatever it may be.
There's a lot that really destroys a... Then again, every time
I don't think
every time I say that about a Dragon Knight,
stop right there. There's not a lot of heroes that destroy DK. There is 0 heroes that destroy DK.
Every single time, man.
There's a lot of heroes that are happy to go mid against the DK. There is not a single hero in Dota that goes mid and destroys a DK.
It used to be like
when he was good.
When he was good, I don't even think
it used to be like SF as a way to kill with raises, but you still needed another hero, and even then it wasn't guaranteed.
And then you're picking the SF, but
right.
Yeah, it's like kind of like the OD. When the hero was maybe good, it does theoretically counter the lanes.
Problem is none of these heroes, like Ursa would destroy a DK, but it's a terrible hero.
That's an interesting.
Timber? I mean, Timber seems...
They nerfed, was it Ursa in the C patch or the B patch? Remember
Archer
tweeting like,
what was that?
This hero was like, hero was being picked. It was in some like garbage place in terms of win rate, and then just got a random nerf.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
it has a really high pub win rate. That's the thing. Whoa.
Okay.
Against a PA Mag.
That sounds.
Shadow Shaman. Silencer.
That sounds interesting.
These guys have massive balls. I'm not a huge fan.
Paparazzi really likes the hero.
And a potential counter pick here with the last hero. They banned Monkey King, so we'll see what's going to come out. Monkey King would actually be a great hero.
That would be good. Yeah.
I do feel like Aster need more control, though. Like, you're using like an RP, or like the other one is Shadow Shaman, who's probably not going to have the most net worth in the world. So I'm a little concerned that like they need an initiator, but also damage. Yeah. Maybe not a ton of damage, but
just see him going. Invoker seems really solid. I don't know if that's a hero that Lover plays.
Yeah,
we're going to start calling him Lover. That was his name on the overlay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Lover?
He's Lover.
I feel like everybody in China plays Invoker.
I feel like we're all lovers, too. You know? Just like they're all lovers of Invoker.
Okay. Yeah. I could dig it. I'm with you. I like it. I'm a lover, not a Dota player.
We all love something.
Yeah.
But not ourselves.
I love myself.
Look, I'm working on it, Jenkins, you know?
We'll work on it together.
On next session.
For now, we can...
Oh, Lord. Yeah, what's Aster going to do? Do they really want to pick Invoker in the Anti-Mage, though? How good is that?
Everybody's fine. Cold
so
snap.
It's
a lot of minus
not too
armor.
bad, yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not like a traditional int hero.
Okay.
But if you do lock him down, it's like explosion.
Admiral Kunkka.
You're happy. You're getting all these Kunkka picks. Gabe, it's your hero.
Hey.
He's got an Empower as well.
Let's do it. Oh my God, that's so much cleave. That's a large amount of cleave.
225% or something like that. Yeah,
that's insane.
Quite a lot.
It's not going to do anything.
It's not. This hero actually does give them some team fight, though. Like, if you look, it's like something to follow up the Magnus that's not just the PA cleave.
It's something to start the fight for the Magnus early on, because that's what they needed.
And you can go into Anti-Mage. You get Anti-Mage with an X. He's probably just dead.
It's like the I'm not going to say classic. It's a counter to these blink heroes.
Although you do kind of run into some issues with like either A, counterspell if he sees you coming, or B, if he is going to, like, before you get a lot of damage on him, the magic resist is pretty good against the boat combo because you need that boat damage to sort of bring people down. I guess if they bring another, maybe not.
You know, the boat is really good for counter initiating like the Phoenix Egg and the Earthshaker. You can survive through their kind of wombo combo and then take the fight while the rum debuff or while the rum buff is still on you. And like otherwise in that fight you would have been killed by the damage.
It's sort of tough getting it out though, because the boat starts like pretty far behind you. You have to like cast it pretty far forward.
Yeah, you can global and then throw it like to where the Earthshaker goes in.
I guess.
Maybe Phoenix will do a little spinny, but yeah, it's still something that you can use to counter initiate these fights for sure. Just with the global.
One thing I've thought about for a while for Kunkka as a way to save is like you cast the boat at your feet facing the opposite direction from where the fight is. That way the boat spawns where the initiation is coming from, and you get the rum buff there.
The quicker rum buff. Yeah,
exactly. Because you get the you need it out quicker.
Like you turn and then press it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you basically throw boat backwards.
Does it work? Yeah. Does it work like that, where the boat has to go over you?
I think that you need the boat on top of you to get the buff. I'm not positive about that.
Yeah, I think there's an AOE around the boat, and like that AOE moves with the boat. And if you're in that AOE, then it just applies as.
But it's a big AOE even behind the boat a little bit. Okay. So
yeah.
But it would look funny if they just like threw the boat and then it like looks like it completely misses. But
I think the issue is boat is a huge amount of magic damage.
Right.
It's not something. It's something you want to try and land enemy
400
heroes.
at level 1.
Yeah. That's stuns. Like
is it 400?
400 at level 1, 600 at max level.
Yeah. I think typically
what a spell.
You're not getting full value if you're not using it offensively. But we'll see. There's definitely a lot of cool little tricks you can make with it, and Kunkka should be a good hero for this game.
Not implying that Kunkka is like strong or anything right now. I don't know if he is yet, but I actually am perfectly fine if Kunkka is strong because he's such a fun hero.
Yeah.
Like the concept of the hero is just so silly and wacky. I love watching it. I like playing it. I suck at it, but I like playing it.
I can coach you. I'll help you out.
Okay. Teach me how that minus armor works with the cleave. What about a dazzle Kunkka strat?
Let's do it, guys.
Okay.
It's going to be amazing.
30 seconds to battle.
Blocking the camp there. We'll also get in a little bit of vision. Nice, nice, nice. These wards are super weird. Check this out. They're like all wintry. So there's like snow next to them.
Is that like a self-made ward that they?
I don't know.
A lot of these China players, they have these.
They have the best cosmetics.
Yeah, Frostivus Frost. Yeah, that's like a.
It's a weird one.
That's I think that's like a very expensive item because you have to have like a self-made. I don't know how they get them.
The battle begins.
But a lot of these Chinese players have these self-made things that they put these ethereal gems in.
Yeah, so the self-made ones, yeah, you can put. They have the slot for the gems, and that's where the value is.
You can get them from casters, I think, that have cast at TI, so they could get them from like the other Chinese casters, maybe.
Can you?
I think you can, because I have something that's self-made, but it's.
So you guys hook me up? What is this? I want some self-made stuff. Come on.
But I don't know how it works. I feel like it's something that they could like coordinate with, though, because some of the casters also like have connections with the teams and stuff. Know all the players. They're very friendly over there.
Not a huge fan of casters. In general. Awful people.
Jeez.
Especially that Dakota Cox.
Yeah.
I've heard your stories about him.
Oh, he's a total narcissist psychopath. That guy.
Yeah.
Abusive.
It took me a second to remember that clip. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
There's a clip? Oh, I'm just flaming Dakota.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
not even flaming, just describing his personality,
the
really.
Truth, yeah, you just need to talk.
Informing viewers out there.
You just need to talk about that guy, and you're flaming him.
Yeah, there are some human beings in this world who are just shit people.
Yeah, there's
when I think of shit people, I think of Dakota Cox.
There's just literally nothing positive to say about this guy. Literally nothing.
God. That man's a father.
Oh God, it's not even midnight. He's probably still awake watching. I was like, it's 3 a.m. He's not watching. Oh shit.
He's gonna be waiting outside the office and beat the shit out of us. He's a very aggressive guy, so he probably would do something like that.
That's true.
He's such a nice guy. He's like one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Oh God.
Yeah, talk about a hero that beats Dragon Knight, though. That's a Kunkka right there.
I guess with the cleave you actually have, or with the Tidebringer being able to deny, you actually have a lot. A lot of damage to work with, not just DK favorite, because DK just plays the creeps. Like, he just denies everything, just gives you the lower damage, and has a Quelling Blade, so he gets every last hit. Maybe not against Kunkka.
And they're not doing the Shadow Shaman mag lane. It's Shadow Shaman PA. It'll punch people down on the bottom side. Ooh, the other thing we didn't really talk about that much is we have the Inkswell jump away, Sylar live in, and Shadow Shaman maybe dying? Has a fissure. No fissure. No fissure, no problem. But the Enchant Totem being true hits onto the PA.
Good. I really love this Earthshaker build. This is something that you almost exclusively see out of Chinese Dota, is when they go for they hold the point at level 1, and then they go for the point in Enchant Totem, and then the Aftershock at level 2. It just gives you so much better of a laning presence. It means you're useless at level 1, but when you're doing a core shaker, that's perfectly fine. You're doing so much harass down here.
They miss on the Stroke of Fate, but Yang still causing havoc. Yang has been one of just like star offlaners in China for a while.
I've actually seen non-offlaner Earthshakers do this build too in China. I think I saw Baboka do it on in another game.
I've seen some of these 4s that went back when it was like this. Let's deny the range creeps meta. These 4s would go offlane shaker with totem,
and you totem the range creep. Yeah, and you would get like a stout shield. None of this like boots.
Yeah.
Clarity bullshit.
Yeah, boots clarity, fissure block the lane so it's at our tower.
Yeah,
and my offlaner's happy. No, let's just make my offlaner happy by walking up to the enemies with a totem and whacking them.
Yeah, you play the creeps, you trade with them with essentially a double damage, and then once you get level 2, you're all of a sudden using that Aftershock. And I feel like when you wait until level 3 to get the Aftershock, it's just so many levels where you're doing nothing in the lane.
A little bit of extra maneuverability and just messing with people's last hits with a stun too. It's nice.
Yeah, going for a bottle too.
Where are the bracers at?
It's a damn good question. We saw with the Earthshakers in the other regions.
That's true.
Going for the bracers still.
There you go. DK knows what's up. He's got double bracer.
78 damage, 1400 HP at 4 minutes.
Oh, I love this.
Both of them.
Hello, regen. Oh, swap away so you don't get breathe
he
fired
wants to
on.
cancel it? No, not going to get it.
These are two unkillable men.
Yes.
Staring at each other in the eyes, lovingly. That's all they can do. They can't kill each other.
I don't even...
What's the point in doing this?
I don't even think they could get the other to like half health.
No.
It's not even like they can get close. It's like, at best you do 500 damage off his 1400 health and like 35% magic resist or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, got him. Take a look at that.
Oh man, Conquer right click with the breathe fire damage reduction. It's like just pitiful. All right, that's the call. Get out of mid lane.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I'm dying inside watching these double bracer melee heroes mid. 1500 health already. Like, come on.
Double the HP of anti-mage.
People wonder why people don't play co-op, and it's because you're going to be at mid against a DK or Kunkka who has 1500 health.
Yeah, good luck.
How much damage can a co-op do?
700, some shit like that.
Yeah. And magic resistance.
Oh yeah, even
from
less.
braces against the Queen of Pain Shadow Strike Scream. Like,
there's literally nothing.
Co-op's actually got nerfed this patch. She was a garbage hero and got nerfed. Indirectly, but that's actually insane.
Yeah, there's not really much else to say about it with her. Like, I don't know how exactly you change it too, because it's about like the items that folks are buying. I don't even know.
Give her some percent-based damage or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
On one of her spells. Give one of her spells percent-based damage or something.
Undying got it, and that hero was top pick, top ban in the last patch.
Still got it.
Oh, level 6 rotation. This is big.
I like this a lot.
Paparazzi, they ping it out though, immediately realizing what was coming their way with that ward.
Yeah. Run to the anti-mage lane. I just realized that they're doing...
Does he get the sentry?
They're doing an aggro with the...
Oh, he hits it.
He does get it. He does get it.
That buff.
He just doesn't see it.
He will in a second.
Yeah, 2 aggro lanes here from both of the... We got a PA, the Shadow Shaman, and anti-mage with the Phoenix going aggro.
6.5 minutes, no kills. The hell is happening in this game? It's just a farm fest.
It's the opposite problem with SEA Dota. We just like can't keep up with the kills. This is just all about predicting where the first blood's going. It's not going to be there, that's for sure.
And I mean, there was some early action bottom lane, which is probably where I would say a first blood's going to happen. Shaman first blood, maybe?
Oh, the silence, but the hex and the punches. Can they kill her off? Sylar in trouble. Sylar, evasion, living for the moment. Is it going to happen? They get the first blood. Bobica shoots it.
Called it, guys.
Did it.
Free int? Free int? Thank you, sir, for your intelligence.
Oh, PA, no.
Oh, Sylar! Oh my God.
Sylar,
This
you're
is
dead.
crazy.
He's actually
out
dead.
of his mind. Sylar's
He's
nuts.
actually dead.
Oh, Sylar, what have you done?
Yang is a good player.
God, allowing him to get that fissure. Fissure with the level 3 aftershock does so much damage at this point into the game.
He didn't even kill the PA with the totem. I mean, PA was going to die to the totem hit too, but...
Oh yeah, he didn't even need the totem. It's just like 300 damage at this point.
Oh, wow, DK's half health. What's going on?
They've probably
He hasn't even voted him.
They've probably been hitting each other for about 10 minutes straight.
Actually, you know what? This is where it starts to become more difficult. Like 4-second cooldown, 100 extra damage that ignores armor. Or no, not ignore armor. Gotta stop saying that. It's hard to deal with for the DK.
Yeah.
Just needs a third bracer. He'll be fine.
Oh.
Where the Agi treads?
Uh-oh. Sylar.
But yeah, it does matter now.
Sylar. Sylar.
Radiant's middle
Sylar's
tower
fine.
is under attack.
Sylar's out of there. Sylar's... Oh, shit. All right, no. Sylar's dead.
Dead.
Lover shows up, though, and the silence can't pull him back in, but the boat's still going to connect regardless, and DY Inkswell not going to connect either. More int for Fenrir.
It's very rough on Earthshaker to lose intelligence. Not that he just died or anything, but if he does end up losing int. Same with DK. There's a lot of these heroes that are so sad when you lose intelligence. Although I guess it doesn't matter that much if you're going all these like early stat items. The reason I say this is because I play a lot of Pudge, and this silencer hero is probably the hardest counter because you die once to him and you can't use your goddamn combos. I do feel like there's a lot of these Agi and strength heroes that they use their mana, but they don't have a lot of it. That silencer is really, really good against. And that would probably include this Earthshaker, DK.
And the anti-mage.
Yeah, anti-mage too.
Well, so far, so good for Vici. It's still very much not that significant of a lead.
Yeah. PA's not having a fun time, but the Empower will help her catch up.
Tried to go invis there for a second, but well, they decide to turn now. And XXS, a little bit of a whiff there on the skewer. Does not have RP leveled, so they are going to be able to force back the DK, who has already ultied.
Another silencer kill. Just keep adding up.
Yep.
We're in.
Grimstroke's probably the hero that matters the least on, though. He's an int hero, but he doesn't do any right through damage, so doesn't matter. He's got a lot of mana pool to work with.
Fade gets level 6 here, a DD rune. Not going to get in a position to deny it either. So Buffer will hold on to that one for the moment. He'll be dealing about 300 damage with Tidebringer if he decides to pop it.
You know, the creeps having low armor is a bit of a buff to this new Kunkka Tidebringer creep. He can farm creeps a lot faster than he used to be able to.
Yeah. But how many heroes are we really seeing just like go and hit creeps also? That's the other thing. It feels
Yeah,
like.
not many. Not many.
Although
then again,
maybe here.
pushing out lanes, though, is always effective. Like, pushing out lanes isn't just hard farming. It's doing something in the game.
They drop the wards as Ori TP's in. No mana on the DK, and they're just going to Inkswell the retreat. But the X, they got him caught. Torrent, this is a DK.
I don't know if you don't kill him.
He's a big boy. While that's happening, Vici's still farming.
Yang's so close to his blink. This is a really early blink timing on Earthshaker. He's almost the most farmed in the game, actually. It's more farmed than the anti-mage. The new treads is so nice on PA. Just the fact that it gives you raw damage. She has the attack speed from her spells, so she doesn't need it.
It's kind of like the best of both worlds, because I feel like the old PA, sometimes you'd go phase because you want the bonus damage, but other times you want treads for the stats. And now it's like, well, you get both. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
And the ability to chase people down with no cooldown, the phasing through people.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
All right, this is a bold move right here, and it looks like they might be able to get it. XXS chase back in. They pop the Supernova as well, controlling up Lover. He is going to get stunned here in a second, but it does look like he's going to be able to get the walkway afterwards.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's always unfortunate when you're the Magnus and you skewer through the Earthshaker or the Pudge or whatever hero it is that just wants to be right on top of you.
Yeah, he did his Blink Dagger though, so Mag.
Yeah, that's good.
Dire's structures
Just get something.
are fortified.
That is the Earthshaker blink reveal. I'm not entirely certain that you want to just get a mag kill for that when there's Kunkka and a PA that are... Mag doesn't really need items past the blink dagger. If he's got these 2 melee cores on his team, he just wants to buff them up, and they're really the problem. Mag just needs to blink and press the RP, and he's going to be effective in this game.
Is still Sylar getting his farm on. Has that power like you were talking about. Magnus, in the meantime, also going to just try and farm up the jungle a little bit. And Tier 1 towers still standing across the most lanes.
You know, you talked about it, Lyrical. These 2 squishy cores against the PA. When the PA eventually gets to that triple dagger talent, it has the Empower as well. Oof. I think we're going to start seeing some Grimstrokes and Phoenixes evaporate.
Oh my god.
Kunkka cleave too?
Why not? Well, it's 6 daggers then, right? Uh-oh. Double stun, maybe? Silence comes out as they initiated with the Earthshaker. Now they got caught in the ward traps. Oh no, but with the anti-mage moving into position, they're going to be able to find the kill onto that Earthshaker, and looks like Paparazzi trying to escape as well. It's 2 already dead. Great global silence coming out from Aster, and they're able to find Fade as well as they catch him before his supernova comes back off cooldown. The RP, they catch absolutely everybody. Aster just firing on all cylinders here, and even though the DK is tanky, I don't know if he's that tanky, as they will eventually bring him back and bring him down.
Oh, that was pretty. That was really pretty.
Showing how scary their draft is. Like this, being able to just global silence and control the team fight. Kunkka deletes 1 hero with his combo, Shaman ward traps another, Magnus just solo RP on a DK because you've already won the fight at that point. You don't need to get a big RP. When you're playing Magnus and there's no requirement to hit a 3+ person RP to win a fight, that's great. If you can, solo RPs is like way easier to execute team fight if that's your win condition.
Yeah, and like you said, both of these lineups are heavily team fight dependent. Whoever team fights better is probably going to win the game, and I think it displays a lot about XXS's discipline in these fights if he's RPing the backline like that, despite his team focusing entirely another target. Like, he didn't have vision. He just knew that if he were to go to the backline, they were running, and he knew that they could get more from that. Essentially, I think that speaks a lot for how these team fights are going to go if he keeps playing like this.
With a quick silencer kill, and then they smoke up, looking to invade. Vici find them a follow-up kill as well. It looks like maybe not. Has a skewer. Nope, skewers him away.
I guess that was just to save the rest of his teammates, maybe?
Could have maybe skewered over to the right there, but decided better of it.
It cost him a lot. That's a Phoenix Egg and an Earthshaker ultimate. For just a Magnus. He's up in 19 seconds. He doesn't care.
They're not really pressuring lanes or towers right now. Top lane's getting kind of pushed in, but actually with the DK ulti form, looks like they'll
should be dead by now, though, this tower.
Yeah.
It's like this. Then again, it was an anti-mage offlane. Still, it's that point in the game. Should probably be dead.
I mean, we did see last game the Kunkka fall off pretty heavily once people started getting into BKBs and all those other items. Do you feel like that's a worry at all for Team Aster if this anti-mage starts getting towards these items? Like he's almost got Battle Fury, or so. You're not too concerned?
We talked about it before, though, a little bit. Like I think if this hero's ahead, then it's still going to look really good in the late game. It's just this issue of falling behind. There's plenty of heroes that are like that, like Razor, for example.
Well, last game was kind of his job to also need to deal damage. This game I don't feel like he has to do damage.
That's true.
With his Tidebringer.
Yeah.
He's got the PA for the damage. If he lands his X boat combo, like his magic damage almost matters as much or more. Like the control that he provides with some magic damage.
Yeah, it's like number one, follow-up for the Magnus RP, and also like a way to start fights and just go in and then Magnus can hit that like nice counter initiation, as opposed to having to initiate. Like Magnus, when played as a counter initiator, is 5 times the hero as an initiator.
We'll catch Silencer here, although are they going into a little bit of a bad spot for themselves? They're all grouped together. The X pulling it back in the DK, and
he's so tanky though.
He's going to be able to throw the stun. They buy back on Fenrir, looking like they want to try and take this, but the blink away, and well, that might not end up resolving into any kills, as everybody from Vici just gets out, and that's a Battle Fury done for the anti-mage.
Silencer buyback there. I suppose they thought that his blink was going to be cancelled. That's just a silencer, though, you know.
Yeah, not too crippling. Not ideal. I mean, he should maybe wait for the fight to actually break out, because he can always buy back global instantly from Fountain.
They go for a smoke. Okay. They do have RP up.
They might. even Roshan here if they get a pick off, or even could go straight into Rosh with the Deso pickup.
Yeah, Deso's so effective now. -7 armor with armor being a lot stronger.
They fish around, they see if anyone's there, they get a ward down and say, let's Rosh. And they can do this because, they've got this new Deso.
DY is going to throw an Inkswell out here, though, and
might bully him out of this pit.
Things come. They're TPing in. Phoenix,
Supernova,
it is online.
In here.
This is pretty dangerous. DY, they're moving into position. Already get the Soulbind out as well, but the Global has come. Can they kill off Rosh in time? It looks like they're going to be able to. They pick up the Aegis, walk away. Fade, looking like they want to chase. The good opening right there. The Supernova's out, though, and they're just going to walk away.
Oh, man.
Great Hex coming from Bobica. That saved the fight right there, potentially.
Is he going to get the kill?
DY looks like he is going to end up falling.
That was a solo kill. Just 1v5 solo killed.
The Boca. Gives him the tip and everything.
That was a nice tip.
DY shows a little respect.
I mean, that fight was going to look really ugly for Aster once they committed to Roshan. They just global to secure it, and God, it was like every man for himself after that.
I don't know if Earthshaker didn't have the Echo Slam or if he wasn't in position, but for a few seconds there, that would have been a 5-man Echo. That could have been a complete disaster. The global had been spent as well, so even just a well-placed fissure would have probably sealed the deal there, despite the Aegis.
I was wondering if he was walking or if he TP'd. Like, it is a shorter path now to the Rosh pit from the Radiant Shrine. Sometimes is, not what you think of. You think, oh, the shrine, but then I'm going to have to, blink, and then I won't have a second blink for the fight.
Yeah. I feel like he probably wasn't quite in position because the Echo happened quite some time ago. That's
okay. Tower's still dead, and the blink away, the jump in right there from the PA, maybe in some trouble. The Fissure followed, they get the stun onto 2. That's the Aegis dead. Are they really going to try and take this fight further forward? They don't have mana for RP right now. Paparazzi draining it from XXS, and 2 heroes caught right now. It's just going to be the Kunkka, and, well, they kill off Fade, so now no more Phoenix.
The Grimstroke as well with the PA.
And Ori jumps in the middle of everybody, willing to take this fight.
So
the torrent to Indonesia, and Shaker looking for that follow-up. The RP comes as he had the mana afterwards. The mana void onto 1. Can they kill off any more? Sylar under fire from Paparazzi, gets the blink away afterwards. The counterspell, they take it. He's trying to dodge away. The Hex coming from Bobica. He's got the shackles as well, but the Supernova comes out, and that might finally be too much. They lose. No, they don't lose Paparazzi. He lives through it, but with that heal coming through, Fade trying to keep him alive. It looks like it might be enough.
First damage, it's ticking.
Oh, I think he lives through this.
Got the regen.
Oh my God. Still, Silencer going to be the last one to fall. The buyback from Fade makes it happen.
Yeah, the PA kind of just blinked in and fed the Aegis away without getting much from it, and I think they need to wait for this PA second item, the BKB most likely, before they can take those kind of aggressive fights.
Yeah, you can't just go in and waste the Aegis like that. I get it. You have an Aegis, you want the mag to just hit some big RP counter initiation, but you're still a PA without a BKB. You're still gonna die to all this magic damage, and he just respawns and is a massive liability. They end up getting 2 because, like you were saying earlier, Lyrical, these supports are paper thin, but after that, these other heroes, they aren't. They're a huge threat, especially this Earthshaker. To be so careful.
I think that maybe, like you guys were talking about, the mag being the interrupt there, the anti-mage got on and drained his mana and broke the blink, I think, too.
Yeah. Revealing yourself is definitely a big problem on this hero. You don't want to do that. I get it. You don't want to lose the tier 1. You have an Aegis and you're getting the tier 1 push, so there's that kind of why are we letting this fall sort of thing. I'm just going to do something, start a fight. They shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
But it did turn, it made the entire fight incredibly difficult from the get-go. There's no echo for that fight, by the way. And he looks like he is going for Guardian Greaves. I like this play against the Silencer.
Super cool. And we saw how close they were to killing off that AM before. Suddenly, if you have the Guardian aura going on at the same time,
yeah,
he's not dying.
Yep, all the damage over time does effectively nothing because it's not going to be fatal. I think you just need this against Silencer too, because if you could just Guardian Greaves off the silence and hit a huge echo because they feel safe due to the silence, it's absolutely huge.
Kunkka used to be so good against the anti-mage, because even in the late game, you could just cleave. This hero doesn't get a ton of HP, but now having all of the armor just naturally as part of him, and then also building agi items.
Yeah, all of these like agi characters don't care at all about the Kunkka. It used to be the polar opposite.
Yeah,
you don't even need to itemize against
watching these like late game carries try and push high ground and getting cleave for like their entire HP pool.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like Lunas get deleted from full health by Kunkka cleaves.
Yep.
It's not going to be the case anymore.
Once again, it's just the heroes like plays very well from being ahead now because he's strong in the early game, but once you fall behind, he feels a lot more like an offlaner.
We saw early, like he did one Tidebringer and took away half of Phoenix's health with just his double bracer Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the old Kunkka would have done quite that much damage.
Yep. It's great against supports now. Ori just sitting in the trees. That's so nice. They found him though.
Well, in the ward trap, is this really what you want to do? He just pops DK. Okay, Sylar suddenly that was a DK.
This damage. Empower Deso.
Plus the new ulti just does way more damage.
Although they are bringing down the anti-mage now, going to send in the illusions to start this fight off. They don't have a blink coming out from the AM.
Earthshaker. That's huge.
They don't have buyback on him either. So Grimstroke, Earthshaker dead, and a buyback from the DK.
They can take any fight now. With the Earthshaker dead, there's just no way to fight. Although the DK did buyback, so maybe you just...
Yeah, they also use their BKB, so maybe time to back off.
Man, that was a ton of damage. I didn't think they'd be able to burst through the DK that quickly.
New Deso, man. Does a lot. The new PA as well. That's the feeling I get every game that I see this hero. It just doesn't feel like she should do as much damage as she does. Before, she just didn't do that much unless she got off like a lucky crit, but now it's so much damage. She also, with the new attack speed buff to her jump, she does a lot more damage. Like she's just, instead of getting like 3 or 4 hits off where she could potentially crit, she has so many more chances to crit. So she's going to get a huge crit if she jumps in. Guaranteed. Just like Drow with the 20%.
Sick. Oh, see you later. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's
Mask
that's
of
a freebie.
Madness PA.
Drop rate.
Let's go.
Again.
Well, you want those crits. More attack speed means more crits.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Attack speed now goes up to what, 700 is the cap, so yeah, she's perfectly happy to pick up a Mask of Madness.
I guess also DK doesn't have his level 20 talent yet. That should make a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
But it is Vici Gaming taking towers and objectives. They're pushing forward with a 2k gold lead. Anti-Mage top of the net worth by a decent margin now. Just has much higher mobility to outfarm a PA with, even though the PA has some power.
You are an anti-mage versus pretty good disable and plus a PA though. Like all of that physical damage.
Yeah.
They picked anti-mage into the Phantom Assassin, right?
Correct.
So they really trusting this
And Paparazzi, there's a guy to do it. It's a hell of a carry.
And what about Burning?
Ah.
Classic anti-mage.
That is the
that's the other guy. There's two guys to do it. It's Paparazzi and Burning.
But that's the Aster. This is his team, Mr. Burning.
So he knows how to beat it. Then.
Exactly.
He's talking in the Aster ears and saying, "This is what we need to do."
Kunkka just got all of his mana drained.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Can't XTP himself.
He's hoping for a rune which spawns
Radiant
bottom.
are scanning.
Yeah. Oh, it's a DD. It's a nice one too.
Yeah.
That DD on PA would be juicy. As if he wasn't already doing enough damage.
There's the XTP. This is the thing I love to do with Kunkka in the late game. You just don't have to buy a regen. Just buy TPs.
Hey man, you function as a courier too. You can pick up people's items for them.
Yeah.
That requires teamwork, though.
Yeah, that is true. You have to talk to your team that way. So that means I would have to unmute them.
Oh no. Missed the Tidebringer.
Phoenix Shiva's Rush. Fade's only item, but doing pretty well. Close to his level 15 talent now.
Seems real good against the PA.
Yep. They just don't have that much to right-click the egg with, and when you get the Shivas, it just means everything's right-clicking slower, so...
He's not going to die in one hit to the PA daggers, too. And the cleave from the Kunkka.
So this is
Grimstroke, on the other hand.
This is the build that I was hoping to see come out from the AM too. The blink cast range and then also the blink cooldown. It's so hard to keep track of this AM in the fights when he's just using this to maximum ability, because, like, look at that. It's just gone. Can blink forever.
So effective for split pushing as well. You can just be on one side of the map and then blink twice and you're on the other side of the map.
Well, just like that, Aster going to go for Roche, and seems unlikely that there's going to be a response coming from Vici Gaming. Kunkka's going to TP back, X's himself, pushes out the wave, gets stunned as he comes back, it looked like, but Aegis there, cheese for the Kunkka.
You know, back with the old Kunkka, that might not have one-hit the wave. He might need to do a torrent.
Yeah.
Very, very good change to the cleave in regards to dealing with that split push. We talked about, you know, maybe for farming creeps, not that great just because you don't really want to do that much in this patch, but dealing with the split pushing anti-mage, if you can kill those creeps instantly, that's super effective. He doesn't even have a crit. Just does enough damage.
So Am sends out his illusions, pushes out the wave, hides over to the side. Might start to see some of these Tinker Wards get placed here, as Paparazzi gonna try and get a couple hits onto the tier 3 tower, it looks like. Maybe playing it a little bit dangerous as PA shows up and now he realizes he can't do that.
If he was a man, he'd blink in, hit the tower once, and TP right on the tower. That's what GoDz would do. You carry AM.
Oh yeah. Probably throw the game for my team.
Yeah, but it would be really manly. That's all that matters.
Oh God. Well, that's not good. Global comes out to interrupt the Sunray. He is caught controlled. Is he going to go down? Yes. They needed the Guardian Greaves on the Earthshaker.
He heard you, Jenkins. He's like, oh, great. I got to be a bit more manly. Let's show this Jenkins.
I need to be careful with my words because words can impact people. You know, just like we're seeing here. Like,
yeah.
You can't just say words. Oh God, I didn't mean to segue like that into that subject. That's not what I meant.
Words have meaning.
Words do have meaning, though. You gotta be.
We're just no double entendres there. We're just enjoying casting some good old Chinese Dota.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Oh, you guys ready for some triple daggers and then the quad daggers with the Soulbind?
Oh yeah,
it's all happening.
Soulbind.
Well, Soulbind's on the other side.
Yeah, he's gonna steal it with the Rubik, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then Soulbind 8 times by using a Refresher Shard. I never got the chance to test that, by the way.
Oh, jump in, interrupted immediately. Nice stun there. The Inkswell followed up.
He's dead.
Find that kill. Nice and well done. The Hex to try and disengage here as Grimstroke buys back, and in the meantime, Sylar trying to kill off the egg. It's not going to happen in time, though. The boat buff is going to be there, keeping everybody that much more survivable, though, as they get the disarm onto the PA, following up with the silence. Can they kill off any of these heroes at all? Looks like Ori chasing. Kunkka gets out of there, and so too might the rest. Sylar, oh, Mana Void up on the high ground, finds that kill, and now they might be able to clean it up afterwards as well. They look for, and dead PA. No buyback.
I get why he did that. Anti-Mage is dead. Like, you just know that if you take any fight, you're probably going to win, but just not like that.
The Magnus, yeah, blinking and not getting the Skewer off, gets silenced by the Grimstroke. Ooh,
yeah. All I'm saying is I understand the impulse to, like, go for a fight at that moment, because if it has any semblance of a regular fight, they're going to crush them and then take the racks right there. But that was quite possibly the worst thing that could have happened. Yeah, I don't think he's the one to do that.
Oh my God! And look at this right now, because buyback status, it's still a couple hundred gold away for the PA, and they're in a position where they can push up for high ground. Like, this anti-mage doesn't really care about your damage right now
anymore, dude.
This is the evasion, though. That's why I want to hit him, maybe.
25 more seconds. They are going to throw out the boat now, see if the AM ends up going down. They have the global as well, but the mech comes out, and Yang with the turnaround. The Greaves were delivered, and they're going to be able to possibly find this kill. Lover out of mana. He ends up getting soulbinded over to Fenrir. They still have the opening coming from XXS, and PA coming back super soon, but it's just not going to be soon enough. They do get the skewer back onto the Earthshaker, and now the X. He is most likely dead, but they will be able to get out with the rest of Vici Gaming.
Fisher himself, so his team can't be chased. He was just making the sacrifice. Fisher the ramp, I mean.
Well,
they
both sides hold. A bit of a series of events that I think Aster weren't really quite hoping for, given that they pick off the AM and go for a high ground push, but...
Surprised that no tips came out onto XXS when he went out on the Magnus.
Ah, yeah. When he blinked in the tier 4s.
Yeah. I feel like as soon as he blinks, they tip him immediately before the first disable.
Maybe not in this region. The tip meta hasn't developed that far here.
Yeah.
We've seen a few, not many. The one with the Shaman Ward's kill, that was good.
Yeah, there are some people that are like ahead of the curve.
Yep.
But
it's Baboko, of course.
Of course it's Babaka. Of course.
What a player. He's ahead of every meta.
Yes, he is.
Bring back the Ricky. You know, I hear his
dog shit.
yeah, pretty much. I was thinking.
Where's the Yule Scepter for the Kunkka?
Who can buy it? Maybe the Shaker?
Phoenix probably would be the other one.
Shaker had one queued up, it looked like, so.
Okay.
I don't know if the Kunkka's a huge problem for them, though. Just.
Yeah, but you find that pick off, it's nice.
Yeah, definitely worth the gold investment on a hero who wants it anyway. And against a silencer, it's excellent as well.
Okay, smoke up by Aster. They did take the tier 3, so shrines are also available to them. Next Roche, 2 minutes until it's capable of respawning.
Okay, they're smoking up.
What are they gonna do?
What are they gonna find?
They gotta find something.
Are they gonna drop a ward?
Oh my god. Sylar there.
What's going on?
That was really scary.
Okay.
They did get a ward down, and yeah, it's gonna be
it was by a sentry, right? Yeah.
Okay. That's worth the smoke. 80 gold for 160.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
And they're just gonna take out the shrine.
Fair enough. Probably waiting for next Roshan at this point, maybe.
Yeah, when you take the shrines, you may as well. That shrine to TP2 is very, very important for the Radiant.
Top shrine.
Paparazzi is well and truly online. I'm feeling like they've sort of. I don't know. Does this feel like it's evening it out to you guys at all? Looks like it.
Yeah, I still slightly favored Dire, but with their drop, but they're just not executing these team fights particularly well.
What's the Dota plus win probability say? Okay. Relatively close to even. 60-40.
Dire's top tower is
No
under
buyback
attack.
on the AM after buying the heart.
They're gonna the Phoenix problem goes up as this game goes on because their draft does not get any better at killing the Phoenix egg.
Right.
Like this level 3 egg is going to be somewhat unkillable in team
Dire's
fights.
are scanning.
The Shaker isn't scared of global silence as we saw in the last fight. So Vici Gaming's team fight does get scarier, whereas Aster, you know, it's going to be the same thing.
Oh, they're gonna bait out Kunkka here. They scanned, spotted out.
The Radiant Vision is really, really nice here if they want to fight around the shrine, but there is that shrine there. Regen not as effective as it was once before, so maybe not that big of a deal to fight around there.
There's this bug with player vision where every time the hotkey you have to do it again at the start of it.
F1,
So
yeah.
I like to use the vision because that stuff, but then you can't get it back. So yeah, right now you can see Radiant, only that one observer ward where they're placing it, and Dire right on top of the anti-mage.
A bounty which my matriarch will prize.
Oh, they could pull
Etherlands
the
and
20.
Magnus. Just realized he had this item. No wonder he's been skewering from so far away. He's got the shockwave
And the
range
blink,
too.
the blink's the big
Blink
one
as well.
too.
Oh, true that. True that. What did he go for the level 10 talent? Attack speed. Okay, and then the shockwave damage. Nice. I like that. I very rarely see people going for the shockwave damage. So it's quite nice for pushing out creep waves.
Is Ag still the same even with the shockwave change?
No, it pulls him back. Yeah, but it pulls him back and forth, I think, is what I saw
Oh, okay.
for the Ags. It's, I don't think
So
it's
Ags
really
is
worth it.
maybe better on the hero now?
It's
Well, because it
still
like
garbage.
it's awful.
it like pushes them one way and then right back where
Yeah.
they were before.
I'm gonna move you, and then I'm gonna move you back. Look out.
Radiant, they don't see the PA, obviously. Dire, catch sight of the DK, who got the level 20 talent. XXS almost showing there.
man.
There it is.
These teams are playing so close to
Oh, good blink by Ori. Keeping him
Oh.
alive, but look at the damage coming out from the PA. It's just gone.
That's That was one of the supports, right? A squishy support they killed?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Must have been.
Yang gonna end up being pulled back in again.
Earthshaker's the most important target. I mean, they got the DK, then the Earthshaker somehow.
That did not look like
Look
a
at
DK.
that
Damage. He had his level 20 talent too.
Where is the damage coming from? How is PA doing so much damage? I'm telling you, every one of these games, it seems a little too much.
I think that part of it, he probably got hit by the Daedalus proc as well from the Kunkka.
Probably, yeah. It's just right at the same time.
As the Deso and
I
armor.
guess.
Oh, he took cleave.
I guess PA also has this. He also has this Monkey King bar, so he's doing this magical damage versus the DK, and with the attack speed that comes from the PA's jump, you can definitely benefit from like that Monkey King bar. You're getting way more procs than other heroes would.
He's building into an AC. He doesn't. Even though he's DK, he needs more armor.
I don't blame him after that fight. I think your first instinct has to be more armor,
Maybe
more
plate
survivability.
mail instead of Hyperstone.
God. Well, it's strange on DK when you have BKB, Heaven's Halberd building into AC, and you're like, oh, I need more survivability.
Oh, this is nice. They can blink into here from outside of vision. So Aster not realizing that this is going on. This is the bold move that they need out of Paparazzi. And if he's able to get this one away for free, it's a big moment. Sylar, they don't have an idea that this is happening right now. Oh, really, really nice. Everybody just sticking around the area, and Sylar is not going to go and check. You can see they'd love to take a fight. They have everything. They have global, they have RP, but it's just not happening, and Roche is going down slowly and steadily as Sylar moving into position.
My God.
He gets bashed by Roche, immediately jumping in. Ori, the RP comes out as well. The global to follow it up. Yang has the counter initiation if they want to find it. It's getting pretty crazy here in the pit as Aegis is going to be picked up by Sylar, taking it away. Paparazzi's dead. Yang too. Oh my God, the immediate buyback. But what are you going to do? Ori controlled the Inkswell. He's going to get stunned. No more BKBs. Maybe a chance here for a fight. Paparazzi jumps in. He has the counter spell as well, keeping him alive. That's Aegis down. Where can they go next? The Kunkka still has the cheese. Paparazzi turning now onto Sylar. The Echo Slam comes through. They've got him all caught. They're going to find the kill. Is it going to be enough? Sylar still trying to walk away, but they take him down. Nonetheless, the bash comes through on Fade, but they're chasing forward for more. And, well, Paparazzi laying into this Kunkka. They did it. Cost buybacks, but they did it.
Boy, that does not bode well for Aster that they basically find the anti-mage at the absolute perfect time in the Roche pit, steal the Roche kill and the Aegis, and yet they lose all three of their cores. Of course, like you said, it costs the buyback, but even still, that anti-mage got bashed right at the start of that fight. That was not a good timing to get bashed. Very unlucky.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Every second. Might want to be careful with that Arcane Curse, though. He just keeps popping it, taking more damage. The disarm, the jump away. You need to Manta dodge that one, but it's not going to happen. Still trying to run out of there. Burning through this mana. They've got the Dragon Knight controlled. Stunned for a while. Kill keeping the heals coming through from that Phoenix, trying to make sure that Ori lives, but it is not happening. This guy is going to go down to the cleave.
No buyback.
No buyback for him. Fade has Supernova in 7 seconds if they can wait that long. And Paparazzi going back in, trying to buy time for his Phoenix. No buyback on that Shadow Shaman either. 4v4.
They can hold out high ground with the PA daggers quite easily, I think. There's the threat of the Magnus, too. They always have to be very careful of. They're just going to back off. DK being dead.
So scary for either team to really high ground this game.
Yeah. Earthshaker versus Magnus.
Yeah.
With the hard carry.
And it's like the way like Aster take fights is with a mag like RP initiation. When you're pushing high ground, it's so much harder to use your spells.
Yeah.
Your opponents have like all the vision advantage. They see you coming, and vice versa.
Yeah. PA with that basher is going to do even more damage. You get the 100 damage magical proc on the bash, and then you have the Monkey King bar proc, of course. This guy's just going to keep shredding people. He's got the cleave too, so if he throws it the right dagger.
Echo Slam found one. It might be good, but is it good enough? Torrent to try to counter initiate now. Fade gets the Lotus Orb out. Lover throwing this out as well. They have the Supernova though, and it's a huge amount of damage on the DY, but he gets the Soulbind off nonetheless. They're maybe going to be able to run down that anti-mage. He does manage to get the blink out, and now Yang just controlling the rest of them. So they're thinking about jumping back in. The RP is there. Paparazzi onto XXS. Can they kill him off with the Mana Void? It's connecting onto 2, able to find the kill on a PA. Dead for 2 minutes. No buyback for the Kunkka either. Paparazzi going ham after the heart regen. He's able to jump forward and possibly win them the game. Are they going to be able to take more from this? There's no buyback on anybody.
This game's so topsy-turvy.
He's going straight for the tier 4 towers. Paparazzi.
Why not?
GG call.
There we have it. It
Okay.
just ends like that. It's just over. I mean, it was a 43-minute game. It went the distance, but what a interesting sequence of events.
Both of those last 2 fights started so terribly. So terribly with the anti-mage getting caught out in the Roche pit, 10% HP on Roche. They still end up winning the fight. And then Earthshaker Echo Slams only the Magnus.
Who loses like a quarter of his
Who
health,
loses
maybe?
almost none of his HP.
Yeah.
And then they win that fight as well. They even managed to get a 2-man RP in that fight on the Phoenix as well. I think it was Phoenix Grimstroke, something like that.
Can we go to the screen real quickly here? Because we have a hell of a graph. In the last literally 2 minutes of this game, it just spikes up.
My lord.
That looks like a 7-year-old who has ADD doing a little kid's painting.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like. It's all over the place.
Well, big stuff there.
Let's see what the anti-mage's damage is. I feel like he did quite a lot.
18,000.
Only 18,000.
It really wasn't
Pretty even across the
Where
board.
did all the damage come from in those fights? He did not even have a Monkey King bar, and he was still able to shred through the PA.
Even his endgame items, he's not 6-slotted. He had,
No.
what, 4 items? Battle Fury, Manta, Heart, or 3 items? No, in Butterfly, yeah. So he had 4 items at the end of the game.
I know
Not 6-slotted.
we keep going back to this, but the PA went for the cleave. They have the Kunkka cleave. They have the Magnus cleave. Magnus is hitting like these 2-3-man RPs in these fights, and nobody's dying. Is cleave just terrible right now? Is it just awful?
I don't know.
Unclear. There's the fight in the mid where they did insta-kill the DK.
The damage was good, but the cleave was not great.
True.
Yeah.
Like, the PA was able to kill these single-target heroes, but when the Phoenix +1 got RP'd, it was a beautiful 2-man RP, and nobody died.
Yeah, it's like GoDz was saying, sort of unclear, because there are times where it also looked really good, but I think, yeah, that you started to get like pretty high armor amounts on all these heroes. Greaves for Yang, the Shiva's Guard on the Phoenix, and sort of these heroes that are designed to like win in a couple of seconds when everybody's RP'd together. If you can't blow them up at that time, it's just not value.
Right.
And the Ghost Scepter coming out as well from DY to keep him alive. Like, that Soulbind there, I think in that middle fight makes a pretty big difference too.
Yeah.
Weird stuff. Weird game.
That was a weird one.
It's like
to start the day.
1 minute I think I know who's going to win, and then 2 minutes later it's like that team gets team wiped.
I mean, I was
bizarre.
convinced Aster had that the whole time, but somehow Anti-Mage without a Monkey King bar is killing everybody. He had like 7,000 gold at the end. He didn't spend. He had like regular Anti-Mage items. He was killing these heroes that he should not be killing. How does he hit the PA?
He kind of came online. I was like, okay, this is maybe working okay. And then that was when you said that something, and then he gets picked off right away. And then I was like, okay, no, Aster do have this game. It's in the bag. And then somehow these team fights just weren't coming together for them.
Goodness.
Well, we'll take a moment to process that one, but we have more games coming up, best of 2s in the group stage round robin. Be sure to check out all the other channels, BTS 2, 3, and 4, I believe, are where they're at, where it is Cyclops, Basekip, and MLP that are all doing the cast-in. And we're going to be back in a little bit with our next match, Aster versus RNG. We'll see if they can pull themselves back up or if that will be affecting them going into their second series of the day right after this.